Vivo and Oppo, both cracking phones running Android 14. One runs FunTouch OS, the other one runs Color OS. They're both great, but I prefer Vivo. I want to show you why. So first of all, let me start with Oppo. So as I said, cracking phone. However, this one is already 2 years older, around 2 years older than my Vivo 100X Pro. This is Find X5, 5X Pro, what a funny name. So notifications, that's the first thing I want to notice. So they look very nice on the Oppo. There's nothing wrong with them except for one thing. This X at the bottom, it's very annoying. Let's say if my last notification is this one, then you see this X is in the center and it's very easy to confuse it and press this and get rid of all the notifications, which is not something that I usually want. Yeah, it's just in the way, you know, and it's annoying. If I press and hold any of the notifications, I get this menu, which is, I think, self-explanatory. I can also go to more settings and then it will take me to this menu, and I can set a lot of things that I want about notifications, and it really works fine. I didn't have any issues with that. Once I got used to it and figured out how things work, then it is fine, and I prefer how it's done on Vivo. But anyway, this is fine. Now, if we go to settings, so we can see the settings already here at the top, and then we go to about the device, we can see what I have. I tap on it, it checks for updates, and then it displays to me, oh, update available. Wow, only a very small one this time. I did not expect that. So official version you can see there, whereas my current version, that's a good question. What's my current version? It's this one, okay? All right, anyway, regarding the way the screen is organized, what's cool about Oppo, Vivo cannot do it, that it can have those big folders, so I can press icons within that folder and they will already open, like as if I pressed any of the other icons. So that's cool. And those folders, they can only have 9 things in them, but that's enough, that's good enough. I can kind of try and open it's really difficult to open the folder by itself. I would need to open actually an app that's inside. That's how it's done. Now, as you can see, this is how I get to the apps and how I get rid of them. I can click to close all of them. Now, this is what I like about Oppo. I get this list of all the apps that are open or available, that I used recently, and I can just scroll through them very quickly and just touch them and they will pop up. That's very useful. It's much easier than looking for the app here on the screen. Here, this is much quicker. I really like it. The other thing that Oppo has that's nice is the shortcuts to make to reach actually the icons that are far away. Let's say I want to reach an icon, let me see, somewhere far at the top. I can move my thumb across the screen and it will bring me all those icons within the reach of my thumb, which is really cool and useful. The other thing, I can pull the whole screen down just by doing this at the bottom, and for around 10 seconds it stays like this, and I can actually again reach the top of the screen, or I can put it back where it was before. That's really nice. That's what I like about Oppo, and it's slightly better than in Vivo. Now, Vivo has got also an issue with Bluetooth not remembering the volume settings, which is annoying. Hopefully it will be resolved. Oppo does remember the Bluetooth settings, so if I connect to my car, it remembers that it should be at the maximum volume. Occasionally it will lower it and then it will give me the warning, do you want to set it to maximum? It could be dangerous to your ears or something, you know, hearing. But other than that, it usually remembers. Vivo doesn't. That's kind of annoying, unfortunately, and I have swapped to Vivo. I love Vivo. Again, X100 Pro, amazing phone. There is a difference about how they deal with this menu, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So if I hold on to this, I'll get the menu straight away, or I can do this and click on this arrow and it will give me this menu. Vivo does it a bit differently. Nothing wrong with either system, it's just a difference. Then I can click more and here we go. In Oppo I can also customize the colors of those icons and other things. In Vivo that's limited quite a lot. There is a number of colors I can choose. I guess there may be some apps that can do it, but I haven't found it natively. They also have different animation options for the fingerprint reader, etc. So these are minor changes, I don't think they are worth mentioning. What I like about Oppo is the camera interface and the filters that it has, especially the radiance filter. I particularly like it. However, the photos created with radiance filter very often only look good on this phone, whereas on other phones or a normal RGB screen of my normal big monitor, they don't look as impressive. But that's true with lots of phones. Same here, you know, HDR photos. This one actually really supports HDR photos. This one, it says that it does, but it doesn't. It's HEIC format. Doesn't really work. I did not see a difference between this HEIC 10-bit format and JPEG. It's kind of the same, so it's a bit annoying that it doesn't really do anything. Google Photos doesn't play with it very well either, so just stick with JPEGs unless in the latest Oppo this has been fixed. But in this one, the X5 Pro model, it's really not really that great. Okay, now this one has got this gimmick. You can configure the fingerprint reader to give you some extra icons. So when you press it and hold it for a moment, then a few icons will pop up to 5 you can configure and have quick access to your favorite apps. I have configured it, but I have never really used that. But it's a very cool thing if you desperately need to access your some 5 of the apps and you quickly need a way of getting to those apps, then this is a brilliant way of doing this. So here we go. That's how it works. I press, hold, and I wait, and now I get those extra apps. I've got 4 here, but I can have 5, so I can press YouTube. Here we go. Done. Yeah. Other than that, the differences are insignificant. Yeah, there are some big differences in the menu, in the settings, maybe, you know, but it really is irrelevant. You know, you can figure things out. Things work in a very similar way, just we get there very quickly. Either system is really good. Okay, so let's get to Vivo now. Okay, notifications. So I pull them down. So they look a little bit different, as you can see, and the colors of this menu, as you can see, those icons are kind of boring, and as I said, I cannot tweak them. So let me show you how we can actually change those colors. So if I want to go to settings, I can't go from here. I need to scroll a bit lower, and now I've got the settings icon here. I can press it and go there. Okay. Now, similarly like in Oppo, I hold the screen for a moment, and then I got those options to configure colors. So I go colors and style, and I can change the wallpaper. What is it? System and app UI color. Okay. And then I have some presets, but as I said, I cannot really choose my own color. Some of them are really kind of okay, but I would prefer something better. So I've got the preview here of what I'll be getting, and I don't really like any of them. This one may be kind of, but then the blue is not dark enough, and it's not easy to read the white text. I mean, it's good enough, but not great. This one again, dull. This one, no. So none of them is really that great. I mean, maybe this dark green. Kind of, no, they're really boring colors and nothing special. Maybe this blue. Okay, no, that's the same boring blue. So I'm not impressed with this. I'm not impressed, and those presets are not that great either. Okay, let's look at the notifications. So as you can see, they are a little bit different, actually quite different to what we see in Oppo. Okay, I've got only a few of them, and I can click on clear all, so there is no X in the center. There is a clear message that says clear all, and it doesn't get in the way of the notifications, so we can't get confused. And again, we can expand them, make them smaller, larger. These actually don't expand, okay, but I can again hold and get a menu. This one is much simpler, so silent or default, which I prefer. I think this is better on Vivo. Turn off completely, done, or I can go again to more settings, and that's what I get. As you can see, it's quite different to what you saw in Oppo. Now, also, if I have music players, I get an extra menu. So let's start YouTube. Let's say I'm gonna start this.
Well,
And YouTube music. What do we want to play? Gwen Stefani, okay. Okay, now I've got this music menu, and you can see I've got 3 dots, so there are 3 things to play, and this is really cool. So 3 different players have popped up at the top, and I really like. I can control also the scrolling, so where I am within the song or video. That's really cool. I can't do it on Oppo. So what it's like on Oppo, actually, let's have a look on Oppo. Okay, so on Oppo, let's say I play a song, and then this menu shows here, but there is only one. And if I press it and hold it, I get this menu, and I can either control it from here, which is okay, but I prefer to control it from the top menu, like in Vivo, much better. And then I can close it, and it's still there. And let's see if I open YouTube and play something on YouTube. Let's say, I don't know, this bit looks like it's playing, and I've got now YouTube here, but I cannot change to YouTube music. I can change to YouTube music here now in this place. So this is not as convenient as in Vivo, but again, it's a minor thing. It really it's not such a big deal, unless for whatever reason it's important to you, that particular thing. But it shouldn't be. And again, this X in the center, it's really annoying. It's really annoying. Now, Vivo has got continuous screen recording. Even if I turn off the screen, it continues recording, whereas Oppo doesn't, it stops. Now, obviously, we can get a custom app that might continue recording even if the screen is off on Oppo. But here we've got it actually built in, so this is cool. So this is the way on Vivo how to make the screen smaller and kind of reachable with one finger, but it's still difficult. Oppo is a little bit better in that. And now I can resize this to make it even as almost as full screen, which defeats the whole thing, but anyway. Or I can move it around again by pressing this, and I can now move it around. Or I can either close it with this X in the corner, or I can again slide my thumb back and forward. Now this doesn't always work. Sometimes it just doesn't work. I go this way, and you see it's not happening. And I figured that it could be sideways, the movement, or slightly up and down. It also works. Again, you see, I cannot make it work very often, so that's a bit annoying. On Oppo, I can make things work much more consistently. Maybe this will change with updates. Again, this is already this is a fresh release. Oppo has been on the market for 2 years, so I don't remember how it was at the beginning. Maybe that it was a little bit more difficult as well with Oppo. So let's wait a year and see if Vivo improves. Now, let's go to the settings menu. So we scroll down, I go to settings menu. So as you can see, it's very different. It's just one color. Or actually, if I change the, wait a moment. If I go to color and style, yeah, I've got multicolor menu, and it's just one color. Let's go back to, yeah, so I changed the color, it's still just one color. Now here, if I want the system update, it's not at the bottom, it's kind of in the center, it's here, system update, yeah? So I can click the system update, checking for update, FunTouch OS. This is, the system is up to date. This is the version, by the way, this is a global version, but from Hong Kong. What that means that a few things are kind of Hong Kong oriented. For example, the Vivo account, if I want to add my phone number, I can't, because it only has countries from that region of Asia, like Hong Kong and a few other countries, nothing from Europe or America. But that's a minor thing, I don't need to do it. The email is still fine, I just cannot add the phone number. The other thing is, if I want to buy some wallpapers, again, this is in Hong Kong dollars, for example, but if I can get that menu, actually, that would be interesting. Widget, home setting, color and style. There is this change wallpaper, and it will show me various wallpapers, and the ones that cost money, let me see. So these are free ones. Download more. Okay. That's in themes, etc. So you can see the prices are in Hong Kong dollars, and those wallpapers are kind of Asian style, you know, so This is not something that I enjoy, that is my style, my type really, so it may not be suitable for everyone. So that's the only difference I have noticed with the Hong Kong global version as opposed to the European version or American version. So this Oppo, I think, is a European version or international version. I don't know exactly the details, but it just works as expected here in the UK. Whereas with Vivo, I have this Hong Kong dollars, you know. Other than that, there is no difference that I can see. So cracking phone, both phones are really good, and I prefer Vivo for those few reasons. The notifications are a little bit better. I like the way they are handled. If I want to silence them, I just tap once, and there is one option, silence them. Very clear, no confusion for me. And to clear, there is just one button, not this X in the center, that's annoying. And as I said, the interface for music is right here in the notifications menu, which I think is a very nice option, much better than in other phones that I have seen, especially in Oppo and Mate 20 Pro that I used to have. So if this was enjoyable, make sure you watch more of my videos, and I'll see you in another video. Watch whichever one is here or there. Okay, take care, cheers.